Hello everyone, else right here once more in Dishonored 2, and we just awoke on the boat. The name eludes me at the moment, but I'm not seeing anything here in the cabin worth grabbing, and it would be kind of rude to steal from my host. So, let's go above deck. No, that's lean. Me. It's lean. Right. Oh.
What is this place?
We're not on the
Where
boat.
am I?
Oh, we're into there, I take it? Oh. So, the other world. Haven't been here in a while.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin.
Ah.
I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days.
Oh?
I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement.
Oh?
But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood?
I hope so.
I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
Ooh, I get to choose this time. That's right. Well, let's be honest. This wouldn't be nearly as fun if I didn't have magical powers, so... Let's take them, please.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All
Fire
the
reach.
stories, they're true. Incredible.
Oh, that's fun. Interesting. I need to get up here.
This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
Yes, it is. Interesting.
Corvo mentioned being here once.
Heart.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
The heart.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky. shouldn't be here. No one should.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
In thousands of years, few have seen this place. 3 were empresses.
Ah.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Oh?
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Find the room. Get dreadful way. Megan. Take a peek first. Also, real quick before I get too far into this, the audio seems to be a little off. I'm gonna fix that, which none of you will know because I'll have cut this out. Alright, let's see here. I'll drop this to 75. 80? We'll go 80. Sound effects, sound up. Video volume, I'll leave at max. Okay. Alright. This thing's still a little low. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, bone charms. Oh, that shuts those up. Oh, yes, as I was saying a moment ago, let me know if you'd like me to include me reading books and letters and whatnot, or if you'd rather I cut them out. I can just edit that out, but because this is my first playthrough, I am going to stop and read all of them. But if you want me to pick up the pace with the videos a little, just let me know in the comments if you'd like me to cut those out or leave them in because you want to experience them as well. So, I'm going to read these and see what we got going here. Letter from Emily, Wyman. But now you must have heard about the coup in Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe, hiding far away with friends. I implore you, don't try anything reckless and don't go back to Crystal. Stay in Morley. There's nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember the time I kept a straight face during the watch officer's report, all the while sitting at my desk without pants? If I survived that, I'll get through all this. For now, I need to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me. We'll see each other, I promise. We'll see each other again, I promise, Emily. It's a little bit different sitting through a... Let's add a little more, shall we? New Year. Did I read this one? Yes, I did. Edge of the world. Dishonored. My father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. Those words don't even seem real. Witchcraft, something I never would have believed possible. But now I have to believe in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt, the rightful heir. Truth or lies, all I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that weasel Duke Abel. They must have been working on their plan for years, buying disloyalty with promises. Even Ramsay kept on the city watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings, that one or both of us were the crowned killer. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup. So, she's all I have right now. We're sailing for Socornus. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me. But I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. The Void. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the Void and the Outsider, imagined them. Now I've seen this... Excuse me. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The Outsider has some terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come with a price, but how can I refuse? This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abel. I worry about paying the cost later. And what price will I pay for his other gift? My mother's beloved voice trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again, and yet it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. This thing, the heart, it's there and not there. I have to focus in a new way to even see it. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the empire. Strag fragrances all around. Salt, fish, and spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born, so part of me belongs here too. And these are my people, or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah. With my new powers, all I need now is a plan. Excellent. Findings. Dunwall's troubles have multiplied of late, calling into question the very efficacy and intentions of our Empress. As evidence that Emily Caldwell has forsaken us, we need to look no further than the Red Shore Financial, or commonly called the I read this already. Yes, this is where they're whining about the financial district being, or the flooded district not being brought up. And then yes, I listened to that already. Okay. Excellent. Goodbye, Karnaca, and musicians, farewell. 12th. Well, it was pure luck, but I managed to get myself passage to Morley aboard a decent ship. The Dreadful Whale, it's called. Is that a mistake? Shouldn't it be the Dreadful Whale, like the sea beast? I didn't want to risk pointing something like that out to the captain. That Foster lady. She looks like the sort to dump a disagreeable passenger overboard without a second thought. 14th. Goodbye, Karnaca. I won't miss you. Times are getting bad there. I don't know what more unbearable breathing mine dust all day long, or hearing the constant rumblings of Duke Luca Abel over the street speakers. Every bar I played in, some drunk asked me to sing a song, either making the Duke sound like a hero of the people or the opposite, the worst villain in a generation. I got sick of it pretty fast. It will take a few weeks to get to Morley, give or take some days, depending on the currents and winds, but I appreciate the company of Captain Foster and the other passenger, a Tavian scholar. I think I try to help out around the boat as much as I can, cooking, cleaning, and repairing stuff, playing the guitar for them at night. I hope they don't throw me into the sharks when they find out I'm dirt broke. I won't be able to pay my fare when we reach Morley. 19th. Morlean food seems to suit Captain Foster. She likes the way I use lots of sugar and toss a shot of whiskey into all my recipes, even if she groused at the end of the week for how many of the supplies I'd gone through. 24th. Spent the night on the deck with Megan and Anton, though he slept in a chair nearby wrapped in a goat hair blanket that looks like it hasn't been washed since it was on the goat's back. I played the guitar while Megan and I drank rum and whiskey, singing sad old Conian ballads, and giving silly names to the stars. She even hummed along with me when she got drunk enough, but mostly preferred to just listen. Said I have the same voice as someone she knew once, a long while back. Off and on, I hear her playing the same old audiograph in her cabin, making me wonder if that's who she was talking about. Maybe I'm feeling jealous. 28th. What a fool I am trying to kiss Megan down in the engine room. She didn't even yell, just smiled a sad smile, like you would at a child who still believes in night spirits. Tomorrow we'll reach Morley, and I'll disappear as quietly as I can. I've decided to leave her my Zirconian guitar as a souvenir, and the only payment I can afford. I hope she'll forgive me, and that she'll find whoever she's looking for. Huh. Interesting. Any goodies over here? No. No. Also, was I supposed to do something with those bone charms? Equip. Craft. What do I have? 2. Let's see what we got. Duelist luck. Bullet packets have a slight chance of containing 1 pistol bullet. Oh. Well, +1. And void favor. Sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. That would be nice. Excellent. Let me just clear out this lore icon so I don't try and read it again later. Alright. Let's go. What's this? Oh, crossbow. Limited resources. It's not what you're used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting 2 hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on the crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops have help with that as well, Megan. Oh, nice. New document. What do we get? Ah, of course. Nope, just a lighting artifact. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. It's a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage room. Looks like something fell on the other side and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees for those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Wait. So, storage room. Locked, eh? Do we see a vent? Ah, an opening on the outside of the ship. We'll continue going up in a minute. First, let's see, it would be at the edge there.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Is that a grenade? That is a grenade. 6. I don't really feel like botching that and falling into the water. Let's see here. Bottles. We'll take that. And that. Naughty little girl that I am. Incendiary bolts. Very nice. The reflection on my journey to the Pendizian continent. Chapter 15. At dawn I set out with a group that foraged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here, and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously, when suddenly young Mr. Garvant from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull Gavitt from the insects, acquiring several painful welts. Where he had come to his aid. Mr. Gavitt, however, was bitten, or stung, as it would eventually discover, so many times he was barely recognizable, swelling into deformity over every inch of his person. Moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. Interesting. What fell here? Oh, board. No, I want to take the board out. Oh, I know. Chuffy. Of course. Well, that should help her a little bit. Books not to read.
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, you'd say.
Ah, the privy. Lovely. Good to know. Actually, I guess on a boat it would be called the,
Distracted by some squirter working.
Never mind. The head. Yes, there we go. Trying to fix secondary engine. Anton, your idea for improving the head gasket sealing with a guano coating is the worst you ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all the inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Tivian spice. I left it in the galley. Anton, where are you, old fool? I hope nobody hurts you. I'll find you, I swear. I miss you. So, Anton is not having a good time, I see. Let's see. Aha! See? It always pays to poke around in all the corners. It's a nice engine. Alright. Anything on this side? Nope, just some bowls. Alright. Nope. Let's head up. I have to admit, I kind of want to see what's on the top deck. Don't leave the doors open, that's rude.